It's currently Wednesday night after the Regieleki Raid Hour, and let me tell you that so far, Monday's Max Monday and today's Regice Raid, I really enjoyed. They were pretty fun, and I want to do a bit of a review, let's say, on what happened. I didn't film while I was doing it because, on Monday, the whole evening of raiding lasted all of about 15 minutes. But then, secondly, today's raid, there was just two of us, and we really wanted to do a lot of raids. So, I'm going to put everything up here because that's what we have. So, Monday's raid was a little bit frustrating. A lot of people were a little bit max particle starved or were a little bit unwilling to spend a lot of their max particles, which I totally understand. For me, I just claimed the bug out or March pass reward. So I had a ton of max particles. I think I was at 3,000 max particles. So we only ended up doing 2 Regice raids, and they took forever as well. The teams that we went in with were pretty good, but they weren't overly powerful. So it did take a little while for us to kind of complete them. I did manage to do 2 raids, but I only caught one of the Regice, which is a real shame. But I thought that both of the raids were pretty good. And for me, I think they went pretty well, considering I was massively underpowered. And I was using a non-Gigantamax Machamp, but I did have a Dynamax Machamp. And that morning, I did a bunch of remote raids in order to get 2 Blissies. So it was a really fast built team. In fact, I think it was the Sunday night. I didn't have a Dynamax Machamp, and that I think was the most accessible one to me. And I looked on the map, and there was a Dynamax Machoke, the first stage evolution, and it was about half a mile from here. So on Sunday evening, I got redressed from my pajamas, went down and did the max battle in order to have the Machamp, and then luckily had enough candies to evolve it all the way. Sorry, the Machop, and managed to evolve it all the way to Machamp. So it was an interesting raid for me because it was a team that I put together, but I managed to get one Regice. So this is my Regice. I've labeled it as with the little heart symbol. That just means I'll keep it for a long time because I'm really happy to have it. Its IVs aren't anything to write home about, but a 3-star for just 2 raids, considering I didn't catch one, is really, really good. For me, like as a new player, just having the Dynamax Regice, I'm pretty happy. It doesn't have to be perfect, of course. A Hundo or Shundo would have been the best, but I didn't get that. So I'm just dealing with what I have. But then tonight was the Regieleki Raid night, and as you can see, I did lots of them. One of these was the first one that I got. I don't know why I favorited it. Oh, because it had relatively good IVs. The Regieleki raids, they were relatively simple actually. I went in with just a full team of ground types. I used my Groudon at the start. That was my main guy. A bunch of Rhydons, and then my Excadrill. And pretty much all of them went down, and most of the battles that I did this evening were duos between me and just one other person here where I live, who we were pretty excited about the raids. And both of us thought we'd do more raids on Monday, so we kind of made up for it today. So in the end, I did 10 raids for Regieleki. Let's have a quick look at all of the different IVs. So we have a 2-star. There's a 3-star here with a full attack stat, which is okay. That's almost floor. That one's, high HP, fine. This one's actually pretty good for all of the... Oh, okay. So this one is maybe the best one so far. And then we have the first one that I managed to do. So I think there's probably 2 in there that are worth saving for me. I think I'll end up keeping a good number of them. No hundos, no shundos, no shinies either. So a little bit bad luck on the shiny rate, but that's to be expected for me at this point. But maybe one of the bonuses for the evening was that I actually managed to get a new hundo. So my auto catcher was going the entire time. I have the Go Plus Plus, and I was pretty happy when I was walking back to my car from the raid event that happened in town. I don't live in town, so I had to drive home. And just as I sat in my car, I was checking to see all my different quick searches. I have a bunch of them set up for shinies, buddy Pokemon, hundos, shundos, things like that. And last time I checked, it was 6. Now it's 7. So I have a brand new hundo. It's a ladybug. Am I overly, massively excited about this? Not really. To be fair, I don't know that I would use it, but it seems pretty cool to have. And it's another hundo, so I can't complain. Do I wish it was a hundo Regieleki? Yes, I do. But lo and behold, that's all I got. But I did manage to walk away with 30 normal candies, but 54 XL candies. So I definitely could have done more raids. And I might even see if there's a couple of remote raids that are still doing Regieleki potentially. There very well might be a couple of Regielekis around in raids that I might still be able to do as some final remotes. But overall, I would say that it was a really cool 2 set of days. The Max Monday Regice is great. It was a dex entry for most people. It was definitely a dex entry for me, but also something really awesome, especially as I say, with a brand new team that I put together. I didn't faint out of any of the battles. I managed to survive the whole time. I was kind of getting my bearings when it comes to swapping in for Blissies and getting my bearings of swapping back towards, Machamp for the Dynamax and things. They weren't maxed out, but I still managed to do it. People were pretty excited. I did get carried a little bit. Most of the people that I raid with have been playing for so long now that they also have things like Crown Swordization and things, which was a really good attacker. But I'm pretty happy that I managed to survive, which is good. And yeah, I managed to get stuff. So, it's a good increase in terms of legendaries. I'm pretty happy with it. And yeah, so now I just got to review which ones I want to keep, if I want to keep them all, or if I want to get rid of some. But overall, the last 2 days are pretty good. I think I'll try to make a full video on the Gigantamax Pikachu. The guy that I was with this evening on Regieleki, we are both mostly quite excited about doing the Pikachu Gigantamax, but I do think that we will max out pretty much everybody's raid potential. So I might end up doing a bunch of remote raids inside of those 3 hours, which I'm really excited about. So we'll see. But yeah, I want to make the most of that event for sure. So yeah, I'd rather clear this video out. But that's pretty much it. As I say, we walked away with 10 Regielekis, 1 Regice from these kind of Regi-based systems, raids to do. And then I think it's Regidrago next Wednesday. So I don't know who Max Monday is, but Regidrago next Monday. I'll see if I can get a couple of those as well, because it's a dex entry and it helps me. So yeah, there we go. I had fun. That was it. Okay, bye.